Hi guys, Lee here, and let's refine this tripod. So what I want to do is go to side view here, Shift 7, and grab a cube and snap it to this orientation and rotate it a little bit. And let's see, let's make it smaller, apply scale. Let's move it here, and I want to cut a little bit like that, see, where are we? That's confusing, Jesus. G, X, X, nope, Y, Y, G, Y, that's the one, here. We need to align it properly. It's aligned, okay, good. So let's go to, side view, so Shift 7 again. And make sure you know orthographic, yeah, that's important. And let's see if we can actually slice this one, okay? So, Control minus, whoops, that didn't work well. Let me see this. You see that both of them. That's the problem. So let me see. Select this one and Control minus. There we go. There we go. Now we need to mirror this to the other side, but before we do, we need to actually move this. I think we have a mirror active, so all we need to do is move it above the mirror, and it should work. This is bevel. Where is boolean? That's a boolean. And boom, there we go. Sorted. So let's see how it looks, shall we? Let's go to side view. It should a little bit of drama to it. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty cool. I like it. It's actually sort of agrees with those cuts on the gun too, so kind of cool. So let's do the same thing in here, shall we? So grab a cube and move it in here, make it smaller, align it, so G control and snap it. And my screencast keys are not working again, so let's activate them. Alright, this add-on, guys, this is the only add-on that actually doesn't work as it should here. Maybe because it's free, but then again, Machine Tools is free, and it's just never fails me. And that's what it's called, dedication and perfectionism. Because Machine is a perfectionist, you see. Doesn't matter if it's free or paid, it's gonna work. And that I respect a lot. Alright, so let's grab this one and let's move this one above everything, okay? Because it's causing havoc here with with the shading. Let's move it to colors. And everything is cool. I like it. This is really cool. Now, let me see this. Not the bevel. I moved the wrong one. Here. Boolean, this one, right? Move it above. So boolean bevel, now we're talking. So let's apply this one, and literally let's apply sharpen to it. So mark sharp, yeah, and this should help a little bit with shading. There we go, perfect. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix these legs. Okay, these legs need some fixing. So let's see. First of all, they should be adjustable, meaning they should have some kind of like a bolt or some kind of like a hinge on which they will move. Otherwise it makes no sense, right? So what we need to do, let me think how to tackle this. This, I think it's still too thick. We probably could use this, make it a little bit thinner, so make it, smaller. Like this, maybe. This is what we could do. There we go. And now what we could do is actually introduce some hinges in here. Maybe that's a little bit too narrow. Maybe I went too far. Let me see. We could actually make it a little bit narrower. Or do something even cooler. So let's go to the bottom. Alright, let's select these two faces and select this. And select this. Alright. And then G, Z, Z and move it like this. There we go. Now that's much better. That's pretty cool. Oh yes, that I like. Right, now this is still a little bit too, in my opinion, too thick. So SYY, just a little bit, And now we can actually cut it in, right? So what we need to do is actually grab this one, okay? part of it at least. So select all these faces. In fact, what we can do is press F to do this and select this one and simply Shift D and P to its own selection. Let's grab this top and let's grab this and go to local. Yeah. Now let's select this piece and let's actually fill it with a face. And now we're going to actually make it larger. So let's move the origin to geo, right? Or let's move it. Let's make it larger, and also we need to make it taller. And I'll tell you in a minute why. So I need to select these and these. Okay, and make sure you select all of them here. Okay, there we go. So GZZ and move it a little bit higher. Okay, in fact, yeah, somewhere here is fine. All right. Now we need to make sure that this cone is in the middle. So we need to move it a little bit to the left. Okay. Then we need to introduce some loops in here because we're gonna make some serious cuts in, okay? So let's see, how big is it? It's not big enough. SXX, wait, YY, sorry, my bad, like this, okay? And let's see now. Let's select these two, and this should be fine. So now we need to remove the, this boolean doesn't matter because it's from the other part of this leg. Because the boolean is from here, right? This cut, so it doesn't matter in this part. So let's grab them again, and we need to remove the mirror can stay, but we need to move the bevel and weighted normals, okay? So not from this one, I meant from this one. So remove bevel and weighted normals, okay? And make sure this is auto smooth. Perfect. And now we're gonna slice it. So Control minus, and let's see what's gonna happen, okay? So now we need to move this boolean on top of everything, right? And deal with the aftermath. Aftermath is gonna be, actually it's not too bad, not too bad. So now you see, now we get something like this, which is pretty cool, and we can actually, you know, move these legs up and down. However, I'm still thinking that this could be a little bit better. So let's Alt H, and where is this cutter? That's the one. It's so large because it's mirrored, okay, don't get confused. So if you grab this cutter and this, it's mirrored across, okay? So that's why it's so huge, don't get confused. So now what we need to do is grab this and move it a little bit higher. So GZZ and move it a little bit higher, not this one, just this one, okay? There we go, GZZ and move it higher. And let's see if this is gonna be actually better. I don't think so, but maybe we need to do it, you know, maybe we need to do something like this. This is too deep here, so we will need to GG and move it inside like this. And see if this is actually gonna be better. I don't know, maybe, yeah, I think this is gonna make more sense. However, the problem with this now is that this is too wide, okay? It's too thin on the walls, which means we need to select all of it and SYY and make it narrower until it fits, okay? So let me see this now. See, I'm not crazy about this kind of like a thin opening in here, because it's literally too thin, right? Okay, so let's grab this leg and let's duplicate it, okay? And let's bring it to local, okay? So we got to duplicate so we can play with it. So now let's apply everything, okay? Let's apply everything. So this boolean is dead, so we don't need it. Let's apply this boolean, okay? And now what we can do is play with this edge and let's see if we can actually fix this. So there's gonna be a lot of junk in here which we need to remove. For example, this. And this is gonna be causing problems, but before we do anything with it, let's actually try to chamfer this whole area, okay? This thing needs to go because this is gonna be a disaster. So dissolve edges, and this one here too needs to go. All these, right? Because when you chamfer it, it's just gonna go to, everything's gonna go to hell. In fact, we're gonna get a lot of grief from these edges here, but we can tackle it later. So let's just simply literally chamfer it like this and see what's gonna happen, okay? Because I want this edge to be a little bit, it's not too bad really, it's not too bad. We can clean this up, okay? So don't panic, everything is fine. Let's methodically clean this up, okay? It's all just geo, guys, no panic. All you need to do is understand the edge flow. So this one should go here, solved, you see? And we're done. And that looks much better in my opinion, because it's actually giving us this indentation, sort of like a... Oh, there is some mess in here, which I'm not really fond of. Probably caused by these. See, these got shifted, the position got shifted. I don't know if we can move it like this. Probably we can. Let's see if we can solve it. We did. What on earth is going on here though? What is this? Let's go occlude, and this one is a lost vert from somewhere. This is a vert from Narnia or something. Let's remove these edges because we don't need them. So dissolve them. Dissolve this one too, and then we can just combine these two with a face. So press F. Didn't work. Fine. What on earth is going on here? Let me give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. We do need this vert in here though. Let's go back, because this is important, right? So let's combine these two. Right, and what is this? This is one face. That's bad news. We need to combine it with J. Bingo, solved. Solved. Nice. Now this edge, I don't know what is this, but we need to combine it, because that's bad news. We can, in fact, no, we can't remove it, because we could actually move it a little bit like that. So sorted. And now we can literally mirror it. So we can mirror it across itself. Yeah, like this. Will it work? Let me see that. It's gonna be tricky because it's on a... This one is actually rotated, so it might be a bit tricky. However, if we go with y-axis and select this object, it's not gonna work. But if we select this object, it actually might work. There you go. So you choose another object to mirror it, and that's peachy. So let's remove this one and let's see what's happening in here. There's some kind of a weird shading going on. What is this? Oh, that's caused by a mirror, which is below weighted normals, which causes issues. Right. Move it on top, and everything is peachy. Now this line here, I think that's a shadow. Hopefully, let me turn it off and see. Yes, they're both shadows, because it looks like a middle edge in the middle caused by, introduced by a mirror, but in fact it's a shadow, and it's a little bit confusing. Now that looks pretty neat. Okay, I can stand behind this one. All right, I can stand behind this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually grab this one and move it to junk. Okay, so we're gonna be left with this, which is the preferred way to go. Now the bevel here needs to be reworked a little bit, because it's too shallow, and that's too deep. So we can do this. We can actually introduce a tiny bevel, right? Tiny bevel. However, we can actually bevel this, okay, or chamfer it or something like this, right? It's gonna be a little more interesting. So that will do. Nice. In addition, what we need to fix this, because it's too, it's too long, right? So let's grab this face, okay? Where is it? Here, this one, and go GG and literally move it inside. Okay, so it's somewhere here, and let me see. That's just not good enough. That's not good enough. We will still need to make this opening larger, guys, because these walls would not be able to support this kind of a hinge. This needs to go deeper, meaning we need to remodel this inside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this edge, right? Let's remove this one and this one, because we don't need them. Okay, that's just junk. Also, this one is junk, and this one should be revamped too. Let's just remove it and enjoy our life. And let's move this one a little bit to the top, so it's even. Perfect. Any more problems? This one I really don't care. I mean, not ideal, but it works, so let's leave it. What we're gonna do is do a neat trick. So we're going to drop what do you call this thing? Cursor, there you go. To select it, and we're going to select these faces, right? Then switch pivot to cursor, and then we're gonna rotate it on Y. So wait, which axis is it? Huh? Hang on a second. Let's grab this face and create a custom orientation. There we go. Let's do it again. select the edge, not this one, and RX, nope, RY, there we go. And look, we can do something like this. Pretty neat, no? Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these little buggers and we're gonna bring them down. So G, Z, Z, and bring them down like this. And that is what I want. I want a larger indentation inside over there, okay? We're going to actually introduce another loop in here. So, can we do that? Let me see. I can't do it because of this angle here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect these two, right? J. And then we're gonna introduce a loop in here in the middle, like this. And we're gonna connect it in here, okay? 1, 2, right? And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab this edge and move it in. So G, it's gonna be Z, yeah, G, Z, and move it like this. Bingo. And let's actually bevel this, okay? Interesting shape, no? Let's connect all these into one face, right? And let's connect these into one face as well. So, face, right? What's going on in here? This all, oh, whoops. Remove faces. Where is it? Face. Let's see what's going on here. What is this? It's probably from the non-applied mirror, so we could actually apply a mirror, but you know what, we can apply it later. Now let's see this. Now that's much more like it, you see, because now we can actually extend it back and it's going to be much more believable in terms of GXX, or was it Z? Z, yeah, Z, and move it inside, right. And now we can actually bevel this, okay? So we need to see what we're doing, okay? So let's go here, go to edge, and let's bevel this and see how we're looking. Don't overshoot it. So in fact, what we could do is, oh, let's see that. See, you can't go too deep because you're gonna overshoot it. So I'm guessing that's as far as we can go, unfortunately. So that we'll have to do, okay? Something like this. Perfect. All right. So there we go. And now what we can do, and we can run actually a bolt through it. So let's grab a cylinder, right? Cylinder. And we're gonna align it with this, right? Make it smaller. Where is it? Let's change the pivot point to individual origins, and let's grab all these two, all three, I mean, and let's move it higher, GG, and let's go to top view, orthographic, GXX, no, it's YY, right? No, it's ZZ. Which one is it? Ah, we need a custom orientation. Change to global. GYY, right? Nope. XX. Nope. ZZ. There we go. Very confusing. Well, it's not really confusing because see what happens, right? The cylinder Z-axis, technically, right, is this one because we rotated it. So the Z shifted from here to here. So it's just a bit confusing, but not too bad really. So now the global Z is the same, the local Z is different, right? So when you move on global, you move it on this one. So let's make it smaller, and then SZZ, and move it here, and let's move it in here. And you know what's coming? We're gonna create a bolt. So let's actually move to the side of it, because we need to cut it from the side, right? Where are we? We are here. We're actually on the wrong side, guys. To be honest, we should be working from this side, because this side is mirrored to the other side. So let's move it here to this orientation. There we go. Let's move it in here, and let's go to the side view. So Shift 7, orthographic, and now we can actually, you know, align it properly, right? So in the middle here somewhere, that's where it should be, and make sure it's actually larger than so ZZ, and make it larger, and so it sticks out. We can cut it in, and at auto smooth and shade smooth. Now we're gonna cut it, right? So in fact, we're gonna duplicate it first. Let's Shift D, make it a little bit larger, and then Control minus. Perfect. Now let's go back to the side view. So grab this cylinder, Shift 7, and let's see. Now we can actually make this one a little bit smaller, okay? Not this one, the cutter. There we go. Fit it in, right? Okay, perfect. So now we can actually make this one smaller. So SZZ, make it a bit smaller, and apply the scale, and select this one, and chamfer it. So let's just chamfer it like this. Bingo. Now you need to move this modifier, so the boolean above everything else, which in vanilla Blender you need to do manually every single bloody time, which is really annoying. But it can't be helped, because that's, you know, that's what it is. That's what it is. Can't be helped. Alright? So let's see how we're looking. Didn't get mirrored, because if you want to get it mirrored, you need to move it above all the mirrors, right? So now it gets mirrored, you see. Peachy. So let's get out of this orientation and let's see how we're looking. We should be looking pretty good. We should be looking pretty good. Oh yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. So, you know, this would do, in my opinion. What we could do actually is introduce a little bit more detail. So what we need to do now is simply select one side, because we're gonna mirror it, and insert it twice. G, Z, Z, move it inside like this. Peachy. And now we're gonna add mirror here, this one. So let's copy this on y-axis across across this one. Okay, so now do we have bevel in here? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we can actually cut this in, because we're good. So what we can do is actually apply the boolean, and once we apply the boolean, we can actually you know, mark these edges a little bit. So we can mark them around here, in here, and we can do the same thing in here. Oh, it's mirrored, so it's perfect. And then we simply slightly chamfer it. Don't overdo it, because you're gonna catch the bevel in here, right? So, you know, literally just, you know, a teensy weensy bit is fine. And we're gonna have to clean a little bit up, because disaster. So let's try to clean this up, shall we? Like this, you see. There is some beef in here, vertex beef. Let's clean it. There we go. And there's a vertex beef in here. Where is it? On the other side. Come on. That's the one. Double vert here. So, and these verts need to go like this. In fact, you know what? Let's move it away from it and do something like this. It's gonna be easier. And what do we have here? Fascinating. So let's combine these and these. And that's a little bit too close. Too close for comfort, but we could do something like this. It's not gonna be ideal, but for the time being it will do. These legs are, you know, so tiny that just you can't see that, so it doesn't really matter. But in fact, these kind of angles are not ideal, okay? So I would normally stay away from this kind of practice, but you know, it works, which is what we need. We need it to work. This could be a little bit larger, so it fits, and perfect. Right, so now all we need to do is simply copy this to the front. So let's remove it. In fact, you know what, I have an idea. Let's this one needs to be copied to the other side, so also need to have some bevel. So angle 3 segments and remove the clumping, and wait a minute, what? Come on. Angle. Oh, I was adding bevel to the cutter. My bad. Junk. We don't need it. That's what I wanted. The bevel here. There we go. And angle and 3 segments, and this clamping, man, is so irritating. There we go. That will do. Perfect. So now we need to just copy it across. So mirror, and we need 2 mirrors here, right? Because one mirror mirrors this part to the other side across the leg, and the other mirror gonna mirror it across the gun, or across this tripod mounting bit. So we simply need to add a mirror, not a mask, mirror. Come on. Not this one. This one, yeah, mirror. So across y-axis and across. So we're happy with this, right? So what we need to do is we need to actually copy. Well, technically we could copy all of it, you know. We could just delete all these, you know, and literally copy all these 4, right? So what we could do is Shift D, right? Right click to cancel, go to local, and now we don't need these mirrors, right? So we will literally, what we can do, just to make it easy, guys, right? Because I don't remember which mirror is which, so I'm just gonna apply all the mirrors because literally I don't care. So just apply all the mirrors, you know, and we're simply gonna delete one of them. So this is a mirror too, right? Just apply it, and this is gonna have mirrors too, or it's already applied. This is applied, this is applied. There's a boolean, just apply it. Mirror, just apply it. And this one, we're done. And all we need to do now is select all of them, go to vet mode, go to occlude, right? Box, select this, and simply delete it, and you're done. It's just easier, you know. So now all we need to do is move this leg to the other side. So what we're gonna do is simply move it, right? Move it like this and rotate it where you can't rotate it, right? So what we need to do is change rotation to cursor, shift cursor to select it, and then you can rotate it, you see. Also, we have parents in here, right? So we need to remove all parents. So Alt P and clear parent, but keep transformation. That's important, right? So now we can actually rotate this thing. So let's rotate it a little bit, you know, in perspective, go to orthographic, that's important. Grab this one, go here, go to the top view, and make sure you're on orthographic, right? And let's see, let's select all these, okay? And parent it to this leg. So Control P and object parent keep transform. So when I move this one, everything moves. So now I'm gonna move it in here and move the cursor to select it, and you know, let's keep adjusting this. This should be straight. Easy way to see when you're straight is when to anti-aliasing. Is this aliasing? See these jagged lines along? See? Now when it's gone, it means everything is straight. It's easy to understand when you work on something that's actually straight. So let's rotate it this way a little bit. Wait. We can't do it this way. We need to rotate just this leg. So now, in fact, we will remove the parents. Okay, so Shift G, immediate children, Alt P, clear parent keep transformation. Now we're gonna play with this. Okay, now let's grab these two and let's rotate them like this. Okay, a little bit more. Let's scale them. Okay, and move them on top here and scale them some more. We need to move them really high, right? Somewhere here, probably. I think it's still too big. Let me see this. Let's go to top view. Select both of them, guys, and SY to make them a little bit thicker, and GY move it to the middle. Then SZZ to scale them, but you know what? We're gonna switch to individual origins, SZZ, and literally make them thicker, so there's no Z fighting anymore. Okay. And this is too narrow, so make it, you know, thicker on Y and thicker on Z, and there you go. Now satisfied. Now let's go back and let's see. This is way too, you know, way too big, right? So we need to make it shorter. So SZZ, no, YY, or was it X? It was X. So let's make it smaller on X. In fact, let's grab both of them. So SXX and make it smaller. We're gonna get some pinching, but that's fine. Let's move it to the top like this. Let's grab this one, move it to local, and we're gonna cut it. Grab a cube, okay, rotate it, right? Bring it here, and let's make it more or less, you know, properly angled, and literally slash it because we don't need it, right? Now let's move this boolean above, okay, and apply it because reasons. And now we don't have to deal with this junk in here. Now we can grab this leg and literally move it on x-axis in here, and you see it's still too deep. So GXX and move it up here like this, and now everything should be peachy. This is still not aligned properly, so let's grab these three, okay, go to local, make sure you're on orthographic, select these two and move them on y-axis right here, and more or less it's aligned. Okay, perfect. Everything is aligned. We can just hide these cutters. So let's select them and put them into cutters, cutters, and cutters. Nice. So we got the legs sorted, right? We got the legs sorted, and all we need to fix now is this part, okay? So this is what we're gonna be doing in the next part, and that's gonna be the end of mid details, guys. After this, we are actually moving to detailing this gun. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.